I always knew I was college bound. It's an interesting question when you add in the factor that I'm the first person in my entire generation to go to college. So I was that experimental child. I was that person in my family in the 70s, and being black, you had a lot of people who were the first of their generation and their family to attend college. College, I was expecting it to be really, really, really difficult and having to like really study very hard and stuff like that. And then you do the work, you get the credit, and being intellectually oriented, things came a lot easier than I thought it would. Now, graduate school was different because when I came out here from academic scholarship to come out to University of Minnesota, that's when I started living on my own, and that's when I started living outside of New York, and I didn't have any family, and I was just thrown out there, threw myself out here, and that's where the experiences really had to come in, and I had to learn a lot. The first year I learned a lot more outside of school than I did inside of school, if that makes any sense, because of all the living experiences that I had to pick up. Now that was interesting, that was interesting. But it went pretty good. I just think that my creator was looking out after me on a lot of occasions that first year.
Without friends, I probably wouldn't even be in college. Go throughout high school and just be done with it. Friends have helped me to become the social person that I am today. Without friends, I would still be very quiet and not seek out to be in all these groups and not be who I am today, essentially.
When you become an adult, life is very different for you. You don't have to go to school anymore. You can choose what you're going to do. You can choose your work. When you make that choice, you have to think, what environment, whether it's a work environment, a living environment, what environment am I the most comfortable with? What transition is going to help me be who I am? Sometimes you might have to challenge people who might want you to do something you don't want to do. I, for example, chose to become a traveler, chose to be a person who travels the country teaching awareness of autism. People wanted me to go to college out of high school. I decided I wasn't going to go to college after high school. My career path did not require college. So I actually fought hard to pursue my path of working out of high school. It was important for me to fight that fight because that was what I wanted. And now I have succeeded as a traveler and presenter. Right now, I'm happy and content. And I had parents and a family that actually helped and supported me and still support me in my path.
It was a challenge working with me, and even back then, the teachers knew that they needed to put more structure in, and underlying that was this intelligence that was just off the chart. He said, if he could just hone that in, he's just so smart. And then, it's just this constant wow, he's so smart, he can handle this and he can handle that. But the first thing they notice is that I'm reacting to things outside of script or not conforming to the rest of the classroom, and then they create these assumptions about what it is, and then I take a test and score really high and so wow, where's this disconnect coming from, and that was a big part of my schooling.